to, this is formal. All right, I think our minute is up. And you're now being recorded. If you have a problem with that, go off camera so you won't be recorded. Now we'll move on to our second speaker, Richard Harden. Good evening or good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Our speaker today is a leadership reinnovation architect who stands at the intersection of AI, human excellence, and communication mastery. For more than 20 years, he has helped organizations like Microsoft, Salesforce, IBM, and Oracle itself transform the way people work, lead, and communicate. Richard is a distinguished Toastmaster, a national speech champion, and a trainer who teaches leaders how to unlock their human power in an age increasingly shaped by technology. Richard believes AI doesn't replace human intelligence, it amplifies it. And today, he brings the message home as only he can. In this 8 to 10 minute talk, he will show us how to elevate our communication using the 5 levels of prompting, the same framework he uses to help executives, sellers, and creators leverage AI as a teammate, not a tool. Please welcome Richard Lamar Harden, the Power Builder.
Woohoo! Oh, man, thank you for that warm introduction. Keith Smith, happy Founders Day. It's a different fraternity choice, but I endorse it. Before I jump in, this is part 3 in a series on making AI simple, or as my mom used to call it, A1. Now, show me, how many of you remember the first 2 installments of this series? Show of hands if you were present for episode 1 and 2. So the ones without your hands up, you didn't see sections 1 and 2. Is that correct? Not intently. It's a Boolean in this case. It's either on or it's off. You saw it, you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, what we talked about before was the importance of the moment. See, I'm excited to talk about and teach AI to people because people are excited to learn it now. But it's what I've been doing for the last 8 to 10 years of my life. I had that job that didn't make sense to the people at my house. Am I making sense to you now? Meaning long before there was a ChatGPT or a Copilot in all the Microsoft products, we were there in the lab putting together a system that could work together with us to enhance the way that people work. Now, there's a lot of fear around AI because of movies like Terminator or war games where computers got mad and took over the world. Well, in this case, I want to get rid of the fear and make all of us comfortable that we can get AI to work with us, especially if we know how to ask it the right questions. Is that okay? So my goal, whether you are tech savvy and have had 10,000 touches, 10,000 hours with AI already, or whether when Copilot started showing up and suggesting that it might be able to help you do this better, and you turned it off and said, nah, I'm gonna do it the old way. Today, we'll be in a place where we have an intelligent framework so that we can amplify through AI. Because here's my framework. Mindset times skill set times tool set makes you an unstoppable asset. In the world of AI, your mindset, your human intelligence is much more important than the artificial intelligence, and your connection to infinite intelligence will give you the maximum return on your investment. What investment? Your investment of time, your investment of money, your investment of energy, if you teach it to be your friend. Is that good? That's what we talked about in the first 2 lessons. Today, we're going to dive down into what drives AI, because most people in their first encounter with AI are in a position where the only thing like it that they had to compare it to was Google. They use ChatGPT like a Google search. Type, make an email for me, and it'll make an email for you, but it will be without what it needs to truly represent you as an assistant. So when you can see my screen, let me know by saying, ah. There we go. All right. So there's 5 levels in prompting. We touched on this briefly, but I want to remind you what they were before. There's conversational prompting. It's very beginner level. It's easily accessible to everybody here by the end of today. If we had time for the hands-on lab, I could make sure that I took you from level 1 to level 2, which is directed for prompting. What that gives you is some basic control over what type of output. But the sweet spot for most people, if you can get to a level 3 in prompting, where you're at an intermediate structured prompting level, you get consistent, predictable results that don't sound like the robot. Because how many of you had ChatGPT make something for you and said, oh, start, I almost cussed. That don't sound nothing like me. Feels very robotic, doesn't honor my natural voice. And then over time, if you choose to, we can elevate to advanced prompting and then even into wizardry as a prompt engineering expert. Now, when it comes down to it, in those 5 levels, the results get better the better you are at making the prompt. Meaning the good thing about level 1 conversational, it's easy, but it'll give you some inconsistent results. Directed is clearer and it'll give you better results. By the time we get to that level 3 that I talked about, it gives you professional reusable material that sounds enough like you that your spouse would think you wrote most of it. Advanced style matching and precision. There are scary websites on YouTube that sound like people that I heard speak. Like Myron Golden in particular, he said, there's a channel I listen to every morning, and I thought it was Myron. He said, that's somebody using my voice and my voice artifacts with AI. And I watch Myron every day. And then level 5, prompt engineering, where you can automate workflows, get into a mastery level where, think about something repetitive that you do but you hate to do. Wouldn't you love to just be able to outsource that to your helpful robotic assistant? All of that happens if you understand and honor the golden rule of prompts. The golden rule of prompts. This will keep you from having frowsy prompts and frowsy results, by the way. Golden rule of prompting is just understand that AI acts like a mirror and it reflects back the quality that you put in it. You give it something unclear, the output's going to be generic or frowsy. And if your prompt is specific, the output will be targeted, it'll be useful, it'll be something that you can use, and it honors the golden rule of computing, meaning garbage in equals garbage out, but quality in, you'll always get quality out. Now, here's an example of a prompt that I wrote one time. I said, write me an email. That's vague, yes?
Yes.
But if I said, write a friendly email to remind coaching clients of their upcoming appointments tomorrow at 2, keep it under 50 words, end it with an encouraging note. Do you understand that it's going to give me a better result? It's kind of like when you ask your kid to send a text message for you. And at the end of it, when you see what they actually text, like, don't ever touch my phone. Give me this. These emojis and OTW. Here's what you got to have to break down a prompt clearly. The first thing that you do, if you think about the email as an example, the main driver is the action that you want the AI to take on your behalf. Telling it that I want to compose an email, not just an outline for it, because that is something that AI will do if you don't teach it. The keyword friendly gives it the emotional style, how you want it to come across, warm and welcoming and conversational. The audience, it's specific. Who is this message for? Coaching clients. And then the content details. Why are we doing this? And then a length restriction is helpful because generative AI can spit out text way faster than you can talk or would want to read. If you tell it 150 words or less, you get brevity. And then the most important thing is tell it how you want it to end. Now, 2 things happen when you prompt with this level of clarity. You get a good result up front. Yes?
Yes.
But if you remember in my analogy from session 1, AI is a toddler, but it's learning what you like. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to prompting, this would be an exercise normally. I normally have you open up your screen to ChatGPT and pick one of the prompts that you've tried before and put it into ChatGPT with just what it was. But then I want you to rewrite it with those specific things: tone, format, audience, and length. And if you run those two prompts in ChatGPT or GG or Copilot, just compare the differences. Both render a result, but you can already see the difference with just a little structure. And this is what I want you to learn today. If you don't take anything from this particular lesson from the 5 levels, it's the 4 building blocks of prompts. Everybody say 4?
4.
Four.
Wait a minute. I saw somebody over there not saying 4. Who is that? All at once. 4. 4
4.
building
4.
blocks to prompts. It's not
No,
6, 7,
TJ.
not today. 4 building blocks. And the 4 building blocks are the role. Who should I be? Like, remember, the AI is super intelligent, but it doesn't know who you want it to be today. Who should I act like? Context, what background or situation does it need? And then the task. What exactly do I want it to do? And then finally, what format do you want your answer to come in? If you can specify those 4 things, you'll get consistent results. An example, matter of fact, when we get done with this, I'll put a text in the email so you can see it work for you on the thing. But here's a template. I'll send you my cookbook for prompting after we get done with the series. You are this role: context, task, and output. Example, you're a career coach. I'm preparing for a job interview. Write 5 practice interview questions I should rehearse, and the output I want in bullet points, right? With that prompting, it'll help you. Now, this is the exercise I'll give each of you. Put your actual age and the eating situation at your house. It's really cool what this did for me. But take the vague prompt of give me tips for eating better to using the 4 building blocks. Act as a nutrition coach. I'm switch those numbers, 53-year-old granddad with 3 kids under 3 who hate vegetables. Create 3 simple dinner ideas and give me the output in a short recipe style format. Now I'll cut and paste this in the chat so that you can use it after we're done, because I am not seeing our timer. Where am I on time? Oh, I'm done. All right. And then we'll come back next time with the top 5 beginner mistakes. Hopefully this will help you get more comfortable with what you're cooking in your AI life. What the Rick is cooking. What's Toastmaster?
Woohoo.
Thank you very much, Richard. If we could have a minute on the clock for everyone to send their feedback to Marcus, who is evaluating Richard today. And I will unpin. But Q, you're still pinned because you're the timer. And Richard, if you would stop the